right. Good morning. Welcome to your Weekend Tarotscope. Let me get situated. I can go there. Got my coffee, got everything. Let's get our divination book. Good morning. I hope you all had a great week. I hope you all enjoyed the masterclass that we did on Wednesday. If you missed it, I'm hoping to get that up on YouTube today. Okay, so keep an eye out if you missed it. But come in, come in. We're going to get started in just a sec. All right, so this is your Weekend Tarotscope. This is where we get together every Monday and Friday to take a look at what's coming up ahead. So on Mondays, we look at Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, we look at Friday through Sunday. The reason why we do this is because we need to know what the energy is up ahead. That way we know how to work with it, or we know how to kind of like sit back and relax. Okay. So when I'm doing the Weekend Tarotscope, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the energy on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're looking to see exactly what we need to know. That way we can capitalize off of it, or we see life is happening for us and not like to us. Okay. Thank you, Denise. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Lori. Watched the first hour, but I had to go to bed. Oh, I get it. I know. It was, I think it was about an hour and a half. So yeah, I'll hopefully have the replay up today. Okay. It's been crazy busy. Listen, you guys, I only have 4 spots left for my breakthrough sessions. So that's exciting. I love that people are diving into, because here's what you need to know before we get started right quick, you guys. It's not just numerology that is predicting a massive growth over the next few years. It's also astrology. Okay. We have planetary alignments that have not happened, or planetary movements that have not happened in about 500 years, and they are going to happen next year. We have conjunctions that have not happened in 330 years. Now, these are with Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune or Uranus. Gosh, I keep getting those swapped. Anywho, they are the revolutionary planets. They are the ones that everything changes. Okay, so this is why it's so important for you to understand your your roadmap and then how to use it. Okay, so if you did not see the masterclass, watch it this weekend and then get your breakthrough session or get into the power challenge, because we're going to set the seeds this next year. Because it's a 1 year, you need to set yourself up for success, and you need to be able to ride this wave, because if you don't, you are going to be lost and left behind. And I'm not saying that to fearmonger, because I think fearmongering is stupid. I'm talking about reality. Okay. Good morning, Betsy. All right, so what we're going to do first is we are going to balance our root chakra, okay? Because we need to secure ourselves and ground ourselves to this reality while also maintaining our connection. We need to make sure our energy is flowing properly, okay? So, YouTube, can y'all hear me okay? I want to make sure you can hear me. Give me 1 second, TikTok. Yes, okay, good. The power challenge is amazing. If you're being called, do it. It makes you think. Yes, it does, Denise. Yes, it does. Because here's the thing about the power challenge. It's not me. It's not like having a breakthrough session with me where I do the majority of the work for you and kind of lay it out for you. This is where you are doing the work. I'm showing you exactly how to do everything, and you will be able to use these tools for the rest of your life. Okay. So, yeah. Uh, So 2026 is a 10. So yeah, next year is a 10, but it's a 10-1. So it's boosting that energy of the one in an incredible way. like I said, it's not just numerology. It's also we're going into the year of the fire horse in Chinese zodiac or feng shui. And that is a boost of power. That is creation. That is energy. That is all the things. Okay. Um, so yeah, we have a 10-1 year. We have the fire horse. We have the planetary alignments or movements happening that haven't happened in 500 and 330 years. I mean, there's so much happening that you have got to get your shit together. Okay. So all right, what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to use the tuning fork for our root chakra. All you do is just breathe and relax as the tuning fork is singing, and then we're going to get started with the rest, okay? So here we go. There we go. Heather, you're a fire horse. That is awesome. That's going to be your year, sister. That's great. You're new here. Well, welcome, Stacy. Come on in. Okay, so we're going to first get our fairy blessing for the weekend. We're going to see what we need to know. Then we're going to get our overall tarot message from the divination book. And then I'm going to pull cards to find out what exactly is happening over the next few days. Okay. So let's see. What is our fairy blessing for this weekend? Oh, I love that. A blessing of a safe place in the world. Look at that. Number 44. Okay. Remember what is four? Four is earth. Four is material. Four is safety and security. Four is logical. Okay. So when we have it doubled, this is an extra boost of that energy to bring about that feeling of security. Okay. That feeling of groundedness, that feeling of, you know what? I am safe. I am okay. I can move forward. Okay. Because when you feel that way, we don't really see 44 as a master number. We're just acknowledging the four and the four together. So when we bring that together, it is a very strong eight. Eight is power. Eight is karma. Eight is financial manifestation. Okay. So when you feel safe and secure in your own journey, on your own path, in your own life, however you choose to say it, that's when all of that money just flows. Okay. That's when the power flows. That's exactly what we're going to go through or go over in the power challenge. I'm going to show you how to be safe and strong in your own skin, in your own journey, so that everything flows for you. Okay. All right. So let's get our overall tarot message for the weekend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use this divination book. This is just like using a tarot deck. All of the cards are in here direct and reversed. All of the readings for each card are meant for you to take your power back. Because if you don't know, me, if you're new here, my whole focus is about you taking your power back. You never giving your cup away again. You really seeing life as an adventure and you are in control here. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to knock on it to cleanse off all the energy from the last reading. We're going to connect to it through our palm centers. These are chakras, okay? Take a nice deep breath. Let it out. And we're going to ask the book, what is our overall message for this weekend? What is our overall message for this weekend? And then you intuitively turn to a page. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands reversed. All right. So these readings are geared towards you using this book daily, but I'm going to change the verbiage to where it's talking about this weekend. Okay. So today you drew the Knight of Wands reversed. It says, whoa there, goddess. This energy is all over the place and it will take your power and discipline to rein it back in. It's a good idea to evaluate your plans for the weekend. What needs to be accomplished and what fun things are you trying to fit in? The unfocused energy can land you in trouble if the weekend gets away from you and all you've done is play. So prioritize, accomplish, and then go play. Your future self will thank you. Okay. So whatever you need to get done this weekend, think of Saturn. Today is ruled by Venus. Today is all about love and luxury and really like connecting with other people. Tomorrow is Saturday, Saturn's day. So it's like get the things done that you need to get done so you can relax and you can go play. Make sense? So when you're feeling like all of the energy is all over the place, start making a list. Remember, because we have the blessing of a safe place in the world. Well, what makes you feel safe and secure? It's when you have accomplished something and then you're free to go do whatever. Does that make sense? Yeah, take care of business first, then play. Exactly. So for me, I can't relax until I have my work done. And I always have a lot going on. So I have to make a list. Otherwise, out of my brain. I can't relax. I can't do anything. I can't focus. So I try to cross off my list and get as much done as possible so I can finally breathe. Right. So there you go. Okay. Now we're going to choose the tarot deck that I use for the reading. Y'all are going to choose YouTube. You're going to make your choice in the comments. You're going to put your choice in the comments. TikTok, I'm going to show you the decks and then I'm going to put up a poll. You're going to vote in the poll, not in the comments, okay? Because there's much more of you on TikTok than there are on YouTube. So we need to keep track. All right. So deck number 1, Wizard's Tarot, or deck number 2, Gilded Tarot. Okay. So TikTok, give me 1 second. Let me get this up for you. All right, TikTok, it's right up here, that little blue thing right there. So deck number 1, Wizard's Tarot, or deck number 2, Gilded Tarot. Two's getting it so far on YouTube. Okay. Yes, choose wisely. 1 or 2. We got about 30 seconds left. Deck 1 or deck 2. And while we're waiting, like I said, make sure you get your breakthrough session. I only have 4 left. And then make sure you get into the power challenge because right now it's early bird and you save $500. Okay. We have 4 seconds left. 1 or 2. All right. Let's see what it chose or what y'all chose. Okay. Deck number 2 has it. YouTube and TikTok got it. What is the power challenge and the breakthrough challenge? Okay. So the breakthrough is a private one-on-one session with me. This is where I spend an hour and a half or 2 hours with you, depending on which one you choose. And I really kind of read you. I show you and read your soul blueprint. We look at everything. We look at your numerology. We look at all of the things. I do a tarot reading for you to see where you're going in 2026. And this is so you can start planting those seeds and you know exactly when to move, when to stay, what seeds to plant, when, all of that for the next year. And you can also use this information for the next following years. Okay. The power challenge is where we spend it's actually 7 weeks because I put a bonus week in there, where we spend 7 weeks together and I take you on a journey of self discovery, but also I teach you how to set boundaries. I teach you how to love and date the power way. There's so much that you're going to experience in the power challenge where if you finish as the same person, that means you didn't participate. You cannot be the same person when you finish as when you started. It is impossible. Okay. So check out both, see where they align with you. If you want to do one or the other, fine. If you want to do both, fine. Doesn't matter to me, whatever you feel aligned to. Okay. Oh, well, good morning. Yeah, I did the power challenge in 2023. So I did that 2 years ago. And there are some of my students in the chat. That's why they're talking about it, saying if you feel drawn to do it. Um, because I took them through it and they freaking loved it. All the information is laid out through the link in my bio if you need more information, but they loved it. That was an intricate part of my transformation, among other work. Yeah. See, there's Denise. She did the power challenge. And Jamie was in there, Anne was in there, I believe Heather was in there, right? Weren't you in the power challenge, Heather? It was a lot of fun. And when we do these live classes together, we we form this bond that is just unbreakable. I love doing live classes with my students because we get to talk, we get to know one another. I help you to really dig in deep and to really connect to your true authenticity, and it's magical. So we've built lifelong friendships here. All right, sorry, I need to scoot up. All right, so let's see what we need to know this weekend. Yes, and I'm signing up for the next power challenge today. Oh, Heather wants to do it again. Sometimes we do need a refresher, right? Good for you, Heather. Like I said, right now until the 30th, you save $500. And yes, there are payment plans if you need payment plans. Okay. I've made it as simple and easy for you to join us as possible. All right. What do we need to know this weekend? Friday through Sunday. All right. What's our energy for today? All right, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, doesn't surprise me because Mercury is retrograde, right? So when Mercury is retrograde, things come back from the past. We are returning back to something or something is returning to us that we once moved away from. Okay, because the Eight of Cups is about going on your own personal journey and needing to walk away pretty much for your own sanity, for your own peace of mind, for your own personal reasons. Okay. We're walking away from things that weren't always bad for us. It just wasn't the best. Okay. So when we see the Eight of Cups in reverse, it can be we're returning to that situation or something is returning to us and it is an emotional thing. Now, for a very few of you, be very careful this today or this weekend because when the Eight of Cups is in reverse, it can indicate the return to uh, addiction or substance abuse. Okay. Returning to things that we know are not good for us, but we keep doing it. Okay. There might be a situation to where you've had to walk away from something and that subject just comes back and you're like, you know what, let me reflect on this. Let me see how, yeah, I made the right decision. Let me assess what needs to be addressed from here on out. It can be a multitude of things because Mercury is retrograde and it has you reassessing, reevaluating things. And this is going to be on an emotional level. Sorry, YouTube, I keep hitting the microphone. I'm still not used to it. Hi there. All right, let's look at tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, which is funny because we've been talking about the Wheel of Fortune for next year. This is the card that next year is tied to, which is the 10th card in the major arcana. Okay, so when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, if you have travel plans tomorrow, there might be delays. So expect delays. Okay, if you are trying to I would be very careful, especially Mercury retrograde. I wouldn't get into a new relationship. I wouldn't sign a contract as far as like moving to a new house or buying a new car, uh, doing things like that, unless you already know the fine, like the fine print of the situation. Like you've already been wheeling and dealing and you're ready to sign. Okay. Just be very thorough on anything that you're doing on Saturday, especially when it comes to signing contracts, because it's just not the best time to do so. Also, when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, you might get some sort of really like wake up call or something's going to reveal itself to you to where you see just how much you are causing your own stagnation. Because if you've heard me talk about the wheel of fortune aligns to what you're aligned to. It rolls in the direction that you are going in, that you are focused on. Does that make sense? So it doesn't care if it's positive or negative. All it cares about is what you are focused on, what you're putting out there. And that's the way the wheel's going to turn. So there might be a situation on Saturday where you realize that you're holding up your own progress in one way or the other. And it's because of something inside, typically fear, doubt, self sabotage, all the above. Okay. That's happening now. Okay, we got to make different decisions. We have to really align with what it is that we want to experience, not what we don't want to experience. I've been under the weather this week from meds. I caught myself wanting to fall back. Oh, girl, I get it. I get it. Let's look at Sunday's energy. Now we have the world in reverse. So fitting for Mercury retrograde. Okay, on Sunday, there is an energy. We have two major arcana. Okay. There is something that has not been completed, which is interesting because we got the Knight of Wands in reverse as the overall energy of the weekend. So it's telling you that there are some things. Look here, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse underneath the deck, hiding underneath. So when we see all these energies, it's telling you that there are some things that you need to get done. You need to get accomplished this weekend. Okay. Because we want to finish things up. That's also tied to Mercury retrograde. I mean, we have other planets retrograde and whatnot, but this is about really finishing up things. It's about reassessing and figuring out, okay, I need to complete this. I need to be done. I need to reassess, look at it, and then fix it. Okay on Sunday, again, there might be some ongoing thing where there's this resistance to finish it. Maybe there's some delays in getting this accomplished, but it needs to be accomplished. It's going to be different for everybody. This is why I'm kind of leaving it generally because it's going to pop up in your mind what I'm talking about. Okay. So, two major arcana, big energy weekend. And remember, we're talking about we have the blessing of a safe place in this world. Well, what makes us feel safe is when we have a sense of accomplishment, when we are doing things that are investing in our journey instead of investing in our ego. Make sense? And when we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this hiding underneath is telling you that there might be a sense of, well, I just want to be lazy this weekend. I don't want to do anything. And I totally get that. As somebody who works their ass off all the time, there's days where I just don't want to do anything, but there's days that I need to get some things done if I want to make progress. Okay. So you have to get your booty to work and really align with what it is that you want, what needs to be completed and accomplished. That way, that wheel really starts turning for you. Okay. All right. Let's pull some oracle. Oh, and don't forget, you guys, we we got this on the bestsellers list on Amazon, our new book. So this is a book that I co-authored. It's Going Within to Heal. You can find this on Bizon. Okay. This is, like I said, a book that I co-authored. There I am, right there. Okay. It is an incredible book. It's full of stories from all these authors of personal transformation and triumph. It's an amazing book. And we just, first day one, we hit the bestseller list. So make sure you check this out. And if you do get it, please leave a review. Okay. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me move that over. Okay. Now let's get the oracle cards. Thank you. It's pretty crazy to think I can put best-selling author on my resume now, you know? I got mine and started reading it yesterday. I thought you'd be at chapter 22. That would be cool if I was, right? That's funny. So yeah, I mean that's the thing, you guys, that these things will naturally happen for you whenever you get into alignment, excuse me, and you stand in your true vibration. When you understand your path in this world. If you don't understand that, that's why got the breakthrough sessions open for you. And that's why I'm doing the power challenge again, because you need to know your life's soul blueprint and your roadmap. If you don't know it, I will help you, but you have to take that step. I'm not going to drag you along. Sorry. I got enough going on in my own life, right? Okay, so let's see. What else do we need to know this weekend? What else do I need to know this weekend? Ah, we got rest and rejuvenation in reverse. Let's read this and see how it applies to you. Okay. If you're new here, I love to read from my oracle books because they give fantastic messages and you don't have to memorize all your oracle cards. I have like 50 something oracle decks. So that would be ridiculous. You do need to memorize tarot. Okay. That's a whole nother language. So, okay. So number 19. If I can find the page. Okay, when this card is reversed, it can portend a time of bustling activity and seemingly unending business. You may be required to take more action concerning a project or situation. Again, it's almost like the cards know what we've been talking about this entire time, right? Allow yourself to do what's needed, but always remember to schedule some leisure time for yourself. Hello, Knight of Wands in reverse. Get your stuff done first, and then you can do whatever you want, right? When you hurry through life without a break, it fragments your energy and creates an abrasive life force, causing potential frustration in all sorts of ways. Be careful not to let endless tasks take you away from yourself. The have to items on your list may be calling you, but this card reversed is telling you take time to meditate, rest, and relax. So, again, get done what you need to get done and then relax, okay? Or get a few things done, take a little break and then get some more done. Okay, does that make sense? Because it's talking about you've got things you need to do this weekend. You've got steps you need to take. And if you don't, then your energy is going to continue to be scattered. And it does wear you out because this stuff weighs on your mind. And what goes through your mind constantly will exhaust you. I know that because I catch myself every now and then just like, oh, ruminating over things like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, I got to remember to do this. Got to remember to do that. So I try to make myself a to do list so I can get it out of my brain onto my list and then I can check it off. It organizes my mind. Okay. So you can try the same thing. Now let's put this over here. So with number 19, one is taking action, one is creation, one is God source energy or focus energy. Okay. Nine is that higher perspective. Nine is that spiritual awareness. It's the humanitarian. It is things coming to fruition. So it's like whatever you know you need to get done, get it done. Then comes down to a 10. What is 10? Hello, the wheel of fortune. Then this wheel turns. Do you understand? You have to essentially guide this wheel to turn. And that's when you start to see real progress. That's when this will turn direct, the world, and you completed a cycle. You completed a lesson. You got initiated to a new higher frequency, whatever situation is going on in your life. Okay. All right. And I find it interesting too that we have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. We have two eights showing up here because that is about power. That is about karma. It's telling you whatever you go back to or whatever you avoid is going to really bother you this weekend. It's really going to hinder you. Okay. What else do we need to know? There we go. There's another number 10, rock bottom. Not a fun place to be, right? But let's read the card. All right. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, It seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded and I'm sorry, must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. Hmm. That's why we have these two major arcana showing up, because you need to accept things the way they are, and then start making strategic movements. Because when you decide this, when you start making these movements, you start seeing the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. You're not going to see the entire step, you're not going to see the entire thing, but you're going to know which one comes next. Okay. And again, if you need help with that, I am happy to help you, but you have to take that leap. I cannot do it for you. And another 10 showing up. Hmm. I, I, I swear, I feel like we are getting a massive, like, flashing sign, flashing neon sign going, wake up. Next year is going to be the most important year of your life. Because, like I said, we have planetary movements that have not happened in 500 years that are going to happen. Another conjunction that hasn't happened in 330 years is going to happen. We have the numerology of a 10 1 year next year, and we have the fire horse energy. I don't know how much more to paint the picture for you, that if you don't start doing these things, you're going to regret it big time. Okay. And I'm not trying to get you in my classes or what to work with me. I'm just talking about in general, like, you need to start making these moves. Okay. The signs are so clear. Yeah, it is like a big reset button. What else do we need to know? It's kind of like, whenever let me give you an example. Like, when FedEx came along and people were like, there's no way people are going to pay to ship something, just because it's faster. They were wrong. They did not jump on the boat. They did not ride that wave. They didn't get it. Okay. And they completely missed out on that fortune. So, this is about you really taking all this information to heart and jumping on board and start making those plans, planting those seeds, standing in your authority, understanding your soul blueprint, understanding your roadmap, because you have your own specific and unique blueprint and roadmap, and knowing exactly what to do and when. Okay. Oh, yeah. Water bottles. I thought that was the dumbest thing when I was a kid. I was like, we can get water for free. Who in the hell is going to buy water bottles or bottled water? Like, yeah, crazy. Have you followed or read about 3-Eye Atlas? It seems to be pushing a big energy transformation for next year. I've heard, specific things. I'm kind of with 3-Eye Atlas. I'm kind of just like, wait and see what happens. Like, the majority of me does hope it's aliens, because I'm like, come visit. Let's see what happens. Let's change the world. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that. We have wealthy man. How did he get wealthy? You guys know, or maybe you don't, but you guys know, millionaires and billionaires understand that timing is everything. They understand that astrology, numerology, all these energy sources matter. Okay. So this wealthy man takes action and he creates his own wealth. That's why he's number 13. One, masculine energy, focused energy, action energy. Three, manifestation. The masculine, feminine come together and they create the baby. Okay. They create the thing. So it's also number 4. 4 is bringing things down to earth. 4 is thinking logically. 4 is doing the work that is necessary to build your security and your solid foundation. See, they're all talking to each other. Okay. So you have to create your own wealth. You have to create your own success. And the way you do that is stop trying to be someone that you're not, understand fully who you are, and then boom, it just starts happening naturally. Okay. Hey, Jamie. Uh, let's get this one. Atlas bringing street justice. That would be wild, right? It'd be awesome. I'm so ready for them to just show up. They're like, come on. I appreciate that compliment. I'm aging like fine wine. I will take that. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Here we go. The open doors are showing up again. Okay. It says open doors. You have many options. So take your time and choose what's right. The other one, making plans. Chart your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. God, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Okay. Again, big neon sign. Don't miss this opportunity. Okay. Crazy. Let's get this one. Oh, yeah. Aaron, give me one sec. It's called Going Within to Heal. It's on Amazon. There you go if you want a screenshot. Yeah, great book. Great book. We have more coming out. So, yeah, it's awesome. All right. What else do we need to know about this weekend? Lots of ones showing up in this reading. And ones are letting you know you have to do this. Well, there we go. Solar portal, another opening. It says being centered, balancing power, manipulation, number 36. Okay. So this, we've been getting a lot of solar flares lately, and we've been seeing the aurora lights and all of that. But this solar portal, we just had the 1111 portal. Now we have this boost of energy. It says being centered. How are you going to be centered? The way you are centered is because you know yourself. Just like the temperance card in the major arcana, it wants you to know thyself. That's the only way that you're going to feel safe and secure in this world, is because you know yourself on a deep level, not who you've been told you are or who you've been told to be. It's because you know yourself. And when you know yourself, like through and through, and you have your core values and you have your boundaries set, you're making your money, you're doing all these things, nobody can derail you unless you give them the power to do so. But when you've gone through all this work to know yourself, it's not going to happen. Okay. So you have this boost of energy to get things done this weekend. You're welcome. Let's get our spirit of the animal card. What else do we need to know this weekend? And for the power challenge, you guys, I'm going to take probably no more than 25 people in the group, because I want to make sure that we can have enough for the people who want to join, but not so much to where I can't converse with y'all. You understand? So like if I had 100 people, then that would be a bit much. But it's going to be such a fun time. It's 6 weeks plus the bonus week. And yeah, you're going to learn things that you can use for the rest of your life. Yes, you are your own gatekeeper. Absolutely. All right. What is our animal message for this weekend? Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Doors to opportunities are opening. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. See, I'm telling. Neon sign, you guys, neon sign. It is just flashing for you saying this is the new way the world is going to be. It's kind of like how they talk about the earth, splitting. And it's like the ones who get it and the ones who uh, understand their soul blueprint, understand their roadmap, all of that stuff, they will be the ones you see experience the wild success. Those are the ones who, like, in 6 months to 5 years, their entire life is going to be completely different. The ones who are just like staying in this world, blinded, and they're just living this human existence, nothing will change for them. It'll probably get harder, but nothing much is going to change for them. So this is telling you your instincts are screaming at you, your instincts are guiding you, and you have to follow that. Okay. You really need to learn how to trust that. They are screaming loud today. I know. That's why I'm like, neon sign. Let's pull from this deck. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get out of this deck. What else do we need to know this weekend? Every time I look up, it's like I see 1044, and then on TikTok it goes down to 44 people, and our fairy blessing is number 44. It's funny. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that. Handcuffs. Okay. There's different ways to resonate. It says feeling powerless, being held back, loss of freedom, overly possessive behavior. So think about handcuffs and the way that they can hold you back. That's why we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse tomorrow. That's why we have the World in reverse for Sunday. It's because you are the person that is holding yourself back. You might think it's another person, but it's actually you allowing that to happen. So it's truly you holding yourself back. Okay. So when you're restraining yourself, that's when you experience misery. That's when you suffer. And like you've heard me say before, you are not meant to suffer. That is a Christian thing, where they say it's like noble to suffer, and what it's not. It's not. And I don't have anything against Christians. I just don't like the teachings of somebody has to come save you. You're meant to suffer. You're not worthy. Like, I think that's all bullshit. My personal opinion. But yeah, you're not meant to suffer. You're the only one holding yourself back. Yeah, but what if negative, negative, negative? And that will get you nowhere. Okay. I used to use the whole, well, I'm just a single mom thing and all that. And I was creating my own limitations. I was creating my own lack. And I had to rephrase that. It's like, you know what? I'm a single mom, and that's pretty badass because I've raised some pretty incredible sons. And I'm proud of myself for that. Like we've made it. We're making it. Been there, done that, over it. We have agency. I can't deal with the suffering, but yeah. Oh, okay. We had that one just kind of flip over. So normally I don't allow cards to flip because that's not a thing. But when they flip like that, when you're just shuffling calmly, you take it. So here's the money deck. This is our money message for the week. It says writer. There's 3 ways to resonate. Number 1, your words have power to influence others. Find out how you can contribute. Okay. You do not have to be on social media to influence another person. Every single person on this planet is an influencer, whether you like it or not. You influence people, people influence you. Okay. So think about how you can influence people through your words or your actions. Number two, a career in social media management, book writing, content writing, or blogging could be for you. If that's your passion, freaking go for it. Learn everything that you can about it. Number three, use words and visualize it as you write them to manifest more money into your life. Now, listen, if you want more money into your life, you can bring more money into your life. You can write it down, you can manifest it. However, what you need to understand is if you don't address the money mindset, if you don't address your blocks, like we're going to do in the power challenge, if you don't address that stuff, that money will forever leave you. Just like a bad relationship. It will ghost you. It will leave you. It'll show up and then take off. And then you're left feeling less than. Okay. And the reason is because you are doing that to yourself because that's what you feel like you're worthy of. So we're gonna fix that. Just your energy walking into a room can help someone. Yep. I know, right? Look at you book writing. Yeah. Let's see what else. What else? Let's do this one. Are y'all understanding the neon sign? Like the universe is not playing. We get warnings like this from time to time. If you've been following me for years and coming to these lives, you get it. The cards get stronger and stronger and stronger when a message really needs to be heard and received. And if you're not, then you've missed the boat. All right. What else do we need to know this weekend? There we go. High Priestess, harness mystic power. And look, she's focusing that energy with that Ankh. She's focusing that energy and she is, creating whatever it is that she wants. She is that divine feminine energy. She knows she can create whatever it is that she wants. And she is protected with this black cat energy. There you go. See? This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. You can find that on Amazon as well. Let's do this one. You're welcome. So we have 8s, 1s, and 9s showing up the most. Those are all powerful energies because the 8, as we know, is power, right? It's power, it's karma, it's financial abundance. 1 is taking action, it's focused energy, it's God source energy, creative energy, it's masculine. And 9 is things coming to fruition. It is higher wisdom. It is that psychic energy of like knowing exactly what to do and when. Okay. Here we have another doorway, another gateway, divine gateway. There's so much energy opening up. This weekend, it looks like a lot, but there's so much energy opening up, telling you, get your butt prepared for 2026. Get your butt prepared for the next several years because you will be able to ride this wave and your entire life will look different in the next 5 years. It will not be recognizable if you ride this wave. Okay. This is not some BS. Like I said, there's the planetary movements that have not happened in 500 years and another one in 330 years. So much revolutionary energy is happening. Plus, we're starting a new 9-year cycle. So much. You see those number a lot? Nice. I keep getting 18, but my birthday is 19. So it's like one last step. Oh, nice. What's multiple of 4s? Multiple of 4s is you need to get things done. You need to think logically and do the work to get yourself where you need to be or where you want to be. And you feel it, so do I. That's why I'm like, like pay attention, listen, heed this warning. And 222 is the number two tripled. So two is balance, two is receptive energy, two is about making decisions. Okay. So it's telling you to really focus and make the decisions that are going to be, that are going to put you in balance so you can receive what you're supposed to be receiving from the universe. Nice. All right. What else? Oh, it went way down there. Nice. Look at that. Number 23, freedom. Isn't it interesting? This reminds me of the Knight of Wands card, which is what we just drew as the overall weekend energy. Knight of Wands in reverse. Here we have freedom. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to experience personal freedom? Think about that. What does freedom look like to you? Yeah, I agree. Jamie says that's a beautiful thing about these retrogrades, slowing the energy so you can prepare. Mm-hmm. Because you definitely need to prepare for next year. So, what does freedom look like to you? You have to think about that. And that's one thing that I tell my children, I tell my clients, I tell my friends that idea of your personal freedom, that idea of the ideal life has to be stronger than the idea of trying to stay safe in what you're experiencing now. Because if you stay safe, right, you're doing the same thing over and over again, just existing, you're still getting the dopamine hit, but you're still miserable. So you have to have that desire for personal freedom more than that desire to stay comfortable. Did y'all see that email that I sent out this morning? Let's talk about that right quick. Did y'all see that email? Oh, wow. Yes, you saw it. Where I had to turn down a client who was willing to pay me $22,000 for a year of mentorship. Okay. Yeah. The reason why I had to turn her down, she was lovely, really enjoyed her, really liked her, but she wanted me to do the work for her. She wanted to have this radical change without having to make any changes herself. And I told her, you're not ready. You're not ready. Like I said, she was like, she saw me on live. She wanted to invest in me. She wanted to, like, ready to pay me $22,000 to have a private mentorship with me. But I had to tell her no because I was like, you're not ready because you're still wanting somebody to do the work for you instead of you doing the work. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to hold space for you. I'm here to give you the tools. But if you're not ready to do the work, then I will just be beating my own head against a brick wall. It's not worth it. I could have easily taken her money and just let her do whatever, which is what past coaches did to her. But I can't do that. That's not ethical, you know? So you have to be ready for change. You have to be willing to do the things yourself. Otherwise, it will never work because too many people are thinking somebody's going to come save them. They're not. The person coming to save you is your future self. You have to do the work. You have to take the steps. Okay. If someone does the work for you, how will you learn? Exactly. Exactly. We say sometimes the deal you don't take is the best deal. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Because that would have been miserable for me and for her. So you have to think about that. Like when you're investing in something, are you willing to do the work? Because, like, for example, through my breakthrough sessions, I read your records. I look at everything, your soul blueprint, your roadmap ahead, and we plan everything out. And then I do a tarot reading for you as well. And I help you to bust through a block, right? But if you take that and you're all gung ho, and then you set it aside, and you think just because I told you all this information that now everything's just going to magically happen, you've wasted your time and your money. Okay, you have to be committed to using the information that I give you. Just like in the power challenge, if you join and you spend 6 7 weeks with me and you do nothing afterwards with that information, or you do nothing during the whole thing, you've just wasted your time, energy, and money. Don't do that. You have to be committed and ready to do this, because that's the only way you're going to experience this radical change that you're searching for. But you are going to have to get uncomfortable. But guess what? You will get comfortable in that new energy. Like I said, it's like dipping your toe in a pool of like cold water or cool water, right? We dip it in, oof, cold, right? Oof. Then we dip it in a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And finally, you're getting used to that water and it feels good. That's what it's like getting into a new vibration. That's what it's like creating new patterns. At first, it's uncomfortable. You're like, well, I don't know if I like this. But then you keep doing it more and more and more. And then you're just submerged in that new energy. And you're like, this is amazing. I feel weightless. I feel good. Okay. So that's what it's like. All right. Let's get the Rebel deck. Do y'all understand the analogy? Okay, so this is the Rebel deck. If you get your feelings hurt easily, it's time to move or scroll away or turn off the live. This deck will call you out. Sometimes it'll cuss you out, and sometimes it'll hurt your feelings, or sometimes it just motivates you. We'll find out. But yeah, only 4 spots left for the breakthrough sessions. So make sure you claim yours. And then the power challenge. Yeah, I'm only going to take maybe up to 25. We'll see. All right, let's see. Let's see. What does the Rebel deck want us to know this weekend? Oh, look at that. We got the lightning bolt. Figure shit out on your own. Do it. Do the work. That's where your true power comes from. Okay? Do the work. And it's not saying you have to do everything on your own. It's telling you you have to take your power back. You have to make the moves. Definitely feels like I need a reality check. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad you're here, Alessandra. So the cards know. They all just confirmed everything that we've been talking about and everything that I've been talking about that is beginning next year. Okay. This is a time where you're preparing yourself for this new evolution, for this new cycle. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. I tried to warn you 500 times, but I can't make you do anything. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will be right back here Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we will get the weekly Tarotscope. We'll look at the days of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll talk some more. I'll pull more Oracle cards, all of that. Make sure as we close out this live, go to the link in my bio and get one of those remaining 4 spots for your breakthrough session, and or get into the power challenge, because either it's going to sell out during the early bird where you save $500, or you're just going to miss out on the savings. Okay. Yes, Lucy, I will work with your time. Absolutely. Because when you book the breakthrough session, you will get an email confirmation, and you can reply to that email and let me know what typical dates and times work for you. And I will be as flexible as possible in order to accommodate you. Okay. Those, this is why it's called VIP breakthrough, because you get more of a VIP treatment from me. I will work with your schedule. We'll see what aligns with us. We're going to spend an hour and a half or 2 hours together. If you get the deep dive, you get 2 hours with me plus a follow up session. Okay. You're so very welcome. The white book. This one. Yes. This one is linked in my bio. This is one that I wrote for y'all. Okay. I created this book. See, there I am. And all the instructions are on the inside. It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. I don't know why it looks dirty on screen, but I promise it's not. So yeah, this is linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down below. But yeah, if you have any additional questions, feel free to email me. I'm always here to answer questions. But yeah, make sure you don't waste time on the breakthrough sessions and make sure you don't waste time on the power challenge because once it's gone, done. No exceptions. Okay? All right. Mwah. I love you all. I will see you Monday morning. Have a great weekend.